to my channel. I am going to be reading fall romance books for a week. I think romance is hard for me because the stakes are, well, there's no stakes pretty much. But there's just something about a fantasy book or a thriller that just like gives me that rush, especially like high stakes. I love that stuff. And with romance, you're really just taking the back seat, you're chilling, you're taking a break from all the chaos. Honestly, I think we could use that this week. First one we have is My Roommate is a Vampire by Jenna Levine. This is actually a new book. I picked this up a couple of weeks ago. So the main character, she is on the brink of eviction and she's looking for a new apartment. And she finds this one apartment that's like her perfect apartment. She can't believe it. It's like too good to be true. And that is when she meets her roommate, and he never goes out during the day. He doesn't work during the daytime. He only works at night. And somehow she ends up stumbling upon bags of blood in the refrigerator and finds out her roommate is a vampire. I think this is perfect for October. Also, this cover is amazing. It looks like a comic book. Fall is really hitting here. It is so chilly today. It's like in the 50s. So I think I'm gonna go to Starbucks, get a fun drink, and we're gonna start our book.
I'm gonna tell you that I love you 100 times a day.
Why are parking garages the scariest place to be ever?
I'm gonna tell you that I'll miss you. I'll miss you if you go. Yes, I'm gonna let you know just how much I tell your mama, I tell your papa too.
100 pages in. I think one of the reasons why I'm a little bit timid when it comes to romance is because I don't love reading like a whole bunch of crudeness. I don't know, I'm just kind of picky with it. Most of the time when I read a contemporary romance, I kind of go into it thinking there's probably gonna be some kind of spice in there. If there's too much, it just really takes away from me. And not saying that it's just romance. So with all that being said, I was nervous about My Roommate is a Vampire. I am loving this. It's just really funny. She has just figured out that he's a vampire. I think I felt a little bit indifferent on her reaction to finding out. She was so quick to be like, okay, you're a vampire. That would never be the first thought to come to my head. If I met someone that was like, I'm a vampire, I would be like, vampires aren't real. Aside from that though, that's really my only thing. I am enjoying it so far. There is one of his friends in here. He has honestly been kind of the crudest, I would say. Get rid of that character and I'm loving it. It's also so cute because obviously he's a vampire. This whole modern day 21st century is so confusing to him, and so they communicate through mostly notes and writing to each other and putting it in the kitchen, and it is the cutest thing how they just communicate that way. Yeah, it's exactly 9 o'clock. I just finished My Roommate is a Vampire. So I was really enjoying the beginning. I felt like it was really funny. This is a paranormal rom-com, which I've never read before. I loved the banter. Frederick, the love interest, he was so funny, so charming. The main character, I thought she was great. The characters felt a little bit one-dimensional to me. It felt like I needed more time with them and like learning about them, and I felt like they kind of just fell in love really quickly, which is fine. It just felt a little bit too rushed. So for me, reading a romance novel that is about a human and a vampire was very different for me. And also there are times where I felt a little bit like, This is so weird. I think I'm gonna go with 3.25 stars. I was really enjoying the beginning. Honestly, all the way through, I thought it was a cute story, but then towards the end, there's a third act conflict that I was just so confused by. It was predictable, but I didn't love it. Would absolutely recommend you pick this up for October. Hi friends, it's the next day, day 2 of this challenge. Sorry, I had to pin my hair back because it's driving me crazy. Next book that we're reading, I'm so excited. It's Sweet Heartbreak by Alexandra Moody. My understanding so far of this book, the main character, her father comes back into her life and he is filthy rich. He basically gives her no choice and makes her go to the most elite school in America. And the one thing her father says is stay away from this boy named Noah. Technically, it's not fall, but it just feels fall because she's starting a new school year and I don't know. I thought we could read it. The only thing is this book is like really long. It's like 370 pages. I don't know if that's long for a romance, but it seems a little long. So it's on Kindle Unlimited. Oh no, I lost Wi-Fi. Wait, this is so funny. Okay, so the main character, I actually don't even know, what's her name? I don't know if I'm supposed to know the main character's name right now, but I don't. Her ex-best friend and her ex-boyfriend show up together because now they're dating at her workplace. Her ex-best friend says she wants a coffee with quinoa milk. What? Like, what is quinoa milk? I've never heard of quinoa milk before. And then the next sentence is, was that even a thing? I'd heard some pretty obscure coffee requests in my time, but this was a first. Hello everyone and good morning. It is Monday. I figured it was time for an update. This whole past weekend I haven't read like any. I was celebrating with loved ones this past weekend because it was my 24th birthday. We had so much fun. I had a blast. So now time to get back to business and read again. I am about 120 pages away from being done with Sweet Heartbreak. This book is so cute. Okay, so technically, now that I'm really into it, I think this is safe to say it's definitely not a fall book. I wouldn't call it that. It just kind of happens. I actually don't even know. It's probably like late August is when this is taking place. Feels very cozy to me, so it's totally fine because in my head I'm just being Delulu and I'm like, oh, it's fall. This is so cute and this is so good, you guys. You need to go pick it up. So the main character, Isabel, her father is not present in her life. It's just her and her mom. She's really helping her mom just try and get by. Her mom owns a cafe. So during the summers or even during the school year, she helps her mom by working at this cafe. All of a sudden, her dad kind of comes into her life and her mom's like, I really want you to meet your dad. But she's like 17, maybe 18 at this point. And so she's not very enthused to meet him because she's like, if he wanted to be in my life, why is he just coming in now, basically? So her mom drops her off, she takes the bus, she goes like across country to meet her father and she's supposed to stay there for the weekend. Well, turns out it's a bit of a setup. Her mom doesn't let her know that not only is she going to be meeting her father, but her father is a rich millionaire and she's going to be enrolled into a new school during her senior year. And it's not just any school, it's a boarding school. So everyone there is beyond wealthy. And this is a prestigious school. I think it's the most prestigious school in the country. And so you can't even get enrolled unless someone leaves. It kind of is old money a little bit. I am not the biggest fan of the main character. I kind of struggle with main characters when they're a little bit more moody, but I was trying to put myself in her shoes. I was really trying to, especially with her father. Plot is like a little bit slower. I thought that we would be like well into the school year, but it's only been 2 weeks. Really cute. I'm loving the atmosphere. I think that's my favorite part, is the atmosphere, the boarding school, her best friends, like all of that. It's really cute and really fun. So I'm going to continue on with this and hopefully finish it this morning. So let's get to it. Oh, one other thing that I've noticed about this book, there are so many Harry Potter references. I love that. Of course, she's definitely a Harry Potter fan. Of some of these rich people. I like this rich people trope. It's fun. It's fun. What's happening? What's happening? Pages left. Sweet Heartbreak by Alexandra Moody. What a wild card. I am speechless right now. Book came on my radar last fall. I was getting into reading again, and for some reason I think I was looking for something that reminded me of Gilmore Girls a little bit because I was really into the show. It was the first time I'd ever watched it, and for some reason I'm just now getting around to reading it. Guys, don't make the same mistake as me. Go read this. I rate my romance books on a different scale than I do like fantasy and thrillers because romance doesn't tend to quite do it for me every time, and so I feel like it's unfair to rank it with genres that I absolutely love. On my romance scale, this would be like a 4-star. Honestly, I don't think I've really read a romance book like this. I need to read the next book. I don't even want to tell you some of the tropes because it's a bit of a spoiler. Okay, now moving on to our third and final book. We are going to be reading The 7-Year Slip. This is so popular in the book space right now, and I'm finally going to be reading it. I'm so excited. What I know about this one is the main character, Clementine. She moves into her late aunt's apartment, and her aunt has always said, this apartment feels like a pinch of time. And so when she walks in, she sees this man who's like the man of her dreams, but I believe she's not wanting to be in a relationship at the moment, but he's from 7 years in the past, and technically she's from 7 years in the future. I don't know. It sounds really, really good, but she's worried she may be 7 years too late. So I'm very excited to see it. I have only heard great things about this book. So let's get started on The 7-Year Slip.
Laid under the willow tree, the last weekend of summer, the empire at our fingers.
Let's walk to a coffee shop and read.
If I would have had the worthiness to be the perfect lover, would you stay under the willow tree when I asked if you would be? Would you be my Valentine? Would you be my Valentine? Still I lie within the memory to
left of the 7-Year Slip. I feel like we could finish this today. I really do. This afternoon I do have like church band practice, so we shall see. I think we can get this done though. I would say I am loving it. The writing, I mean, I started tabbing and highlighting because oh my gosh, the writing is next level. It's a little bit slower for me than I thought it was gonna be for some reason. So I'm hoping that the pace is gonna pick up. Gosh, it's so good. And I've been pairing it with Lana Del Rey. Smoothness of her music and her voice would go really well with this book. So I've been listening to it and let me just say it's a really good pair. This is for all of us book lovers, okay? There was something just so reassuring about books. They had beginnings and middles and ends, and if you didn't like a part, you could skip to the next chapter. If someone died, you could stop on the last page before, and they'd live on forever. Happy endings were definite, evils defeated, and the good lasted forever. That is so good, and it's just so true. So heavy. Oh! No joke, I'm about to freak out. If what I think is about to happen happens, I don't know how I'm gonna react. I don't think there's a reaction for that sort of a thing. Oh, I think I just read the plot twist. Everyone, I finished the 7-Year Slip last night. It was so beautiful. This surpassed all of my expectations. Honestly, I ended up tabbing a decent amount and I wasn't even prepared to tab. Like, I didn't think I was going to, but this book was so quotable. I mean, the quotes in here are absolutely beautiful. The writing, the prose is just stunning. How she would put words together, it just made me want to cry. It was so beautiful. So I guess this is romance, but it honestly felt so much heavier and deeper than just a fun romance. It felt like general fiction with romance. So many deep topics that are mentioned in this book. I was blown away. It was so good. I honestly feel so sad that it's over. The ending was, oh my gosh, it was so good. I think I would give this book 4.5 stars. It was my favorite book that I read this week, reading fall romance books. Oh my gosh, guys, go pick this book up, please. It was so good. Well, these are all of the books that we read during this fall. I read this week. This was so much fun. Honestly, I think the 7-Year Slip was my favorite read, probably by a long shot. I also really enjoyed Sweet Heartbreak. Now, this one doesn't have a heavy plot, but it was really fun to read. The main character I'm not obsessed with, but I do love her friends, and I love the people she's surrounded with. I love the whole boarding school aesthetic, and this was just really fun. You should definitely read Sweet Heartbreak. And then My Roommate is a Vampire was really fun for October. So we got some good ones this week. I love you guys so much. Comment down below, let me know what you're currently reading, and if you want to keep up with me over on Instagram, I'll put it right here. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys!